Hello, viewers. It's Cynthia Michael from Screen Review, bringing you a new podcast from my channel called The Boruto Review. As always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to break your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you have to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything out of the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, this video is going to be short because honestly, not much really happened in this show basically in this episode, but it's going to be short. So anyway. So basically, Boruto was trying to use his Kamehameha to teleport them home, teleport him and the others home back to the hit leaflet. But seems like Boruto was having some difficulties doing so. Since Sasuke got stabbed by Momoshiki when he took over Boruto's body, Sasuke lost the Rinnegan, and Naruto and Kuma is now gone from Naruto's body. Is now dead, and therefore therefore Naruto is kind of a little winged on it. So anyway, Boruto, so basically Boruto was like, Boruto was having difficulties using his Kamehameha to open the portal back home. But Kawaki figured that, I figured that his problem was that, it's his emotions that, he actually took it over by Momoshiki. He's like, he's a little bit emotional on state. His emotions affecting how he, is affecting him. Opening a portal with the Kamehameha. So basically, after Kawaki got Boruto to admit that that he was scared when Momoshiki took over his body, he was able to open the portal, and they all hopped into the portal and got back home. So basically, Shikadao and the others who was hiding in the Foundation headquarters under the village, got the telepathic, message from that Naruto and the others were safely home. So basically, Shikadao and the others went to go meet him along with Dr. Kotsky, etc., etc. So basically, they confirmed that that Irashiki there'll be no more threats for. So basically, Irashiki, they confirmed that Irashiki is dead, but still, they still have to worry about two things. One, Boruto's about Boruto's about Boruto being taken over by Momoshiki. Two, about the rest of the Karma, organization members that's still out there left. So basically, Naruto went to go have a conversation with Ottawa. So basically, Ottawa explained that was telling him the details of the last Karma members being Delta and Code. So basically, he said before I left, I checked Code, before I left, I shut down Code. So shut down Delta when I left. So basically, Delta got shut down. So therefore, whatever she can't. And also, I made sure that whatever bodies that spare bodies that they had, were basically were gone and whatnot. So basically, he's saying that Delta is not a threat. I made sure to shut her down. Shut her down, when I left. So basically, that is on the threat. But Code is. So basically saying that he's saying that Code, just like Kawaki, was also giving when Jigen / Irashiki gave Code a curse also to buy, just like Kawaki, who was also given a Kamehameha by by Chicken slash Iwashiki. But turns out that the mark didn't. Turns out the mark is quite different from any common mark. Therefore, he's an unviable vessel. But he has you should not underestimate Code. Code is a very powerful individual. We never really fully Otto was saying we never really fully tested Code's power, but it's most likely it's in if he would have had, if his mark was a proper common mark, he would have been a better vessel. He would have been a better vessel than for Ichishiki than Karaki. But since his common mark is different in color and whatnot, and that made him unvaluable vessel for Ichishiki. But Itsushiki slash Chicken always thinks that he was a better vessel. He would have been a better vessel than Crocky was. So anyway, Naruto says that does Code pose a threat? No. Well, he does. He as of right now, he kind of does. If his limiters was to move, was removed. So basically, there's this limiter device that he has built inside his body that limits his power. But Code did that by choice. So basically, he had this limiter device placed in his body by choice, by his own choice. So basically, Jigen was, didn't want any of the members the common members being more powerful than them. So basically, they probably had limited. So basically, all the other inner common members had, Kara members had, had must have had limited in their body stove as well. So otherwise it's Code. It's so basically otherwise if Code finds a way to get rid of his limiter, he could be a real fucking threat. But as of right now, he's not. He's right now he's a threat, but not a big threat. But honestly, if he does get that limiter removed from his body, he's going to be a big threat for you guys along. So basically, he's going to be seeking revenge on you guys, including me, for helping you guys take down Itsushiki. Now, as for Kashin Kojin, I believe he's still alive, but I believe he's still alive. He just laying low. Somewhere, probably, licking his wounds after he battled Itsushiki slash Shigen. So basically, now they have to now Naruto and now Naruto, everybody, now Naruto had to form everybody that what the threat that's what type of threat that's Code has coming. Now they have to worry about Code now. Anyway, meanwhile, in the dimension where the Ten Tail Beast is being held at, we see Code just sleeping on the ground, just guarding the Ten Tail Beast while he was sleeping, and he woke up. It's like he woke up and the Ten-Tailed Beast was still asleep, and he was just there being bored out of nowhere. We see Izushiki's spirit talking to him from Code's White Kamama. So basically, Izushiki told him that that I failed to get Karaki my vessel. I failed to be I failed with Karaki, so I'm dead. Blah blah blah. So basically, Izushiki said that you're the head of the will of the Ushikis now. So basically, Code after Itsushiki's spirit too cold through his, his white common mark, it looked like Cole was like, with real pissed off about this, and like, looked like he might come, he most definitely will get his revenge, he will get some revenge against the one who killed Izuchiki slash Jigen. So anyway, with that out of the way, Boruto and all this went to the hospital, got themselves packed up and whatnot, blah blah blah, and basically, and basically, they got themselves, Boruto and I went to the hospital, got themselves packed up, and got examined by Sakura and Dr. Kishi and Dr. Koski. So if I'm saying his name wrong, please forgive me. Anyway, so basically, Naruto and Sasuke was examined first, and Sakura confirmed that, Sasuke, your eye damage is permanent. So basically, you don't know after being stabbed in the eye by Momoshiki when he took over Boruto's body. Sakura confirmed that, you don't know your eye. Your dad's eye doesn't have the Rinnegan anymore. He confirmed that, Sasuke, you don't have the Rinnegan no more, and also Dr. Kishi, no, sorry, my bad, and Dr. Kishi confirmed that, for them that, Naruto, there's no trace of the Naruto Fox and Naruto's body anymore. So basically, I got a little confused. Well, so basically, Dr. Koski for Sasuke that, you don't have after being stabbed in the eye, you don't have the Rinnegan anymore, and Sakura confirmed that, there's no traces of the nine-tailed fox in your body, so therefore your superhuman chakra powers are gone. So basically, you're basically like, you don't have any of your superpower chakra anymore. Since Kuma is gone. Since the nine-tailed fox Kuma is gone. So basically Naruto was feeling bad that, that Kuma is gone. He was still feeling great, but he was still tripping on Kuma's warning that, you need to be careful now, that, if you slip up, you will be dead. So basically, he was thinking about when Kuma warned him that, you need to be careful now, or else you're gonna be with end up in the afterward with me. So basically, Naruto was still thinking about what Kuma's final words towards him, that if you need to be careful now, you'll be in the afterlife with me. So basically it's like, he was still thinking about that. So basically, then we got Naruto, then we got to Boruto and Karaki. Seems like there's no traces of. Seems like Karaki is clear of the karma bar, but Boruto's prognosis is very, it's very confirmed that 80% of his body is being taken over, by Momoshiki, by the karma that Momoshiki got. So basically, like, he's 80%. The karma is 80% taking over Boruto's body. So basically, it's only a matter of time until he reach 100%, then, Boruto is screwed. So anyway, the news is, so basically after Boruto was getting his diagnosis, when he got outside, a bunch of reporters was asking about how they took down Izuchiki and whatnot, and Boruto just, with just for a few days, he was just with doing doing interviews about how him and the others took down Momoshiki and whatnot, blah blah, for the next few days. So anyway, after Boruto was done with his interviews and whatnot, so Sawada and Mitsuki formed Boruto of some bad news. So basically, it turned out that Team Seven, their team being called Team Seven, has been suspended because of Boruto's until they figure out how to deal with Boruto's, so they can figure out a way to deal with Boruto's, Momoshiki situation, taking over his body with the comma mark. So basically, Boruto was sorry to Mitsuki and Sawada because of his situation right now. Because of his situation, the whole team is temporarily suspended until they can deal with it. So basically, Boruto was saying sorry to Mitsuki and Sawada, but Mitsuki get a little minor. Don't matter what. They're still Team Seven. We're still Team Seven, no matter what. So basically, but still, Boruto is felt bad that he's the one who got the team suspended because of his whole Momoshiki situation. So basically, the episode just ended with Boruto on train, just staring at his comma mark, feeling bad that his team is suspended from operations, and also scared about Momoshiki about the whole Momoshiki taking over his body very soon. So basically, that's how the episode ended, with Boruto on top of the train, just staring at his comma, worried about him being fully taken over by Momoshiki, and and worried about the others he could hurt from Momoshiki taking over his body, and that's how the episode ended. So anyway, not really much happened in this episode. So basically, this confirms, some real confirmed, diagnosis in this episode. So basically, I know that the chapter this episode is based on, I know the chapter this episode was based, it's based on this, oh shit, a lot of people don't like this chapter, doesn't like this chapter, but this episode is based on. But it is. Kuma's going on, Sasuke, Vertigon is going on. Boruto is about to be taken over by Momoshiki. But if you like I said before, I do read the manga before I watch episodes of Boruto. So basically, we all know. So basically, if you guys do read the manga before you watch the episodes, you already know there's going to be, you already know that this situation will get better. But those who don't read the manga only watch the anime. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it is what it is at this moment. But anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, this was a good episode. Even though nothing major happened, but not really big major things happened. But this episode was good too. It was a good suspense drama episode. It had suspense, for about what Code is going to do next to get his revenge and whatnot. So basically, the episode had a good suspense drama that keeps you guessing that what will Code's revenge plan is going to be. But it is. So anyway, like always, this is Cynthia Michael from School Review saying, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, Signing off. One.